One day, two friends were exhausted from work, so they planned a road trip over the weekend and traveled down south to the historical city of Malacca. And they finally arrived at Casa del Rio Hotel. And that was a doodle strip done by Mimi Mashoud, a professional illustrator, but she prefers to call herself a doodler. Thanks to the warm welcome, we instantly felt like queens the moment we stepped into this beautiful hotel. Casa del Rio also means home by the river, and this is where Mimi and I will be calling our home, right next to the Malacca River, baby. So much wind! High five to that. And it's also beautiful. It's Mediterranean style, infused with just a touch of Peranakan. So authentic, so cozy. I can't wait to see our deluxe room. The last one there is not a G. Woohoo! And of course, the first one to hit the doorstep was none other than... Oh my gosh, Mamma Mia, it's so beautiful.
Awesome.
The view is just sublime. Mimi, where are you?
Yep.
You are needed on the bed
I'm
right
here.
now. Oh! I spotted a guest book in the room filled with stories and adventures of past guests and figured, you know what? We can do something much better. In pictures on top of that. But not just yet. But you know what? We've got a full day ahead. Let's go get ready.
Let's go.
Let's. Oop! I believe this is a girl's room. As Malaysians, I'm sure we've all been to Malacca at least once in our lives, but today we're going around to document this journey with something Mimi knows best, doodles. We headed straight to our first pit stop, the Malacca River, and then to the famous red building next door, the Stadijs. How do your sketches start usually? Like, what kind of detail do you go for?
I would find first a reference point to start with, so then everything else, the details, would follow the reference point. If people see me drawing it, it would probably not make sense because it would just seem like a lot of scribbles and, you know, just disjointed and all, but it should come together by the end of it.
Do you do that all the time?
With everything?
Yeah. When you're walking around, you know, when you're
Almost,
shopping,
yeah,
it almost comes to life.
Yeah,
It's not life, but it comes to life.
It's almost second nature to me to just see things in lines.
Yeah, how does that affect your life? As in, like, you know, I believe that artists or all creative people have a very different view on, you know, life.
It probably makes you more aware of your surroundings.
So, when you introduce yourself as a doodler, what are some of the reactions?
They just ask, you know, what's a doodle?
And then what do you say?
It's a drawing. It's a random drawing. It can be anything you want.
When did you pick up doodling seriously though?
That happens after I quit my 9-to-5 job. And then I discovered that my style has become different from the way that I used to draw when I was a kid.
How would you describe your style now?
Urban sketcher-like sketches.
Urban sketcher-like sketches. And it turns out, Mimi did not pick up her pen and paper for 5 whole years when she had a corporate job. But look at her now. And since she's in a sort of doodle trance, I decided not to be a pest, but a tourist instead. And before I knew it, I found myself smack in the middle of the bustling Jonker Street. Now, this street was once known for its antique shops, but now have turned into a row of craft, clothing outlets, and eateries, including this must-have snack right here.
Can't resist its own yumminess, it's just escaping. Eat me! Eat me!
So my eyes are well feasted, we've got the puffs. Let's see how far Mimi is along in her doodling. But as usual, Mimi is already 2 steps ahead of me and waiting in our next meeting point, St. Paul's Church, which was built almost 5 centuries ago. Now, I'm sure Mimi is just as inspired to draw here as I am inspired to eat. How's it going?
I'll show you later.
Oh, as always.
Right.
You need durian, right?
Yes, I do.
It's durian paos. Here, grab a piece. It's like this 1-bite thing, so you have to swallow it whole, basically. 1, 2, 3. The guy told me there might be some squirting action in your mouth, and I think there was
that was what was happening.
Nothing beats chilling with a pal on a sunny day like this, surrounded by so much heritage. What could be better than this? more exploring. Every girl wants to dress cute and fun but still look decent at the same time. The secret is to play with bright colors and cute prints. I'm going to show you what you can do with this outfit. Now this look is perfect for a lunch date. Decide on the main focus of your outfit and don't go overboard with the colors. If you decide to go with a colorful pattern top and bright accessories, pair them with dark colored pieces to balance out the look. Go with blacks, navies or browns so that you won't look too much like a clown. But I'm looking for something a little different today. Since I'm feeling a little bold and cheerful, I think I'm gonna play with some brighter colors. Ta-da! Dare to attempt some color blocking this time? Try out interesting combinations like overlapping this printed dress with a pleated skirt. But remember, if you want to pair two bright colors together, avoid wearing chunky or bright statement accessories. Neutralize the outfit with earth-toned pieces such as wedges, heels, or headbands. Just keep in mind to not overdo the cute elements. Wear what you think flatters you and don't worry about following the latest trends. Just let your personality shine through your clothes. Next on G-thang.
Travel guide for the next guest.
As we went on, my journey and Mimi's travelogue in Malacca began to turn to its wilder side. And we're at the next stop, which is the Malacca Zoo, Malaysia's second biggest zoo in the entire country, housing over 1,500 different species of reptiles, mammals, amphibians, and birds, including the Malayan tiger, the surau, and the Malayan gawa. Oh, Mims, there you are. The Malacca Zoo is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. With the many endangered species living here, I wonder how many animals are older than the zoo.
Look! So cute! I love how they're just standing on it like, whoa.
They're so well balanced. Kan? If I'm that tall, I'll be falling all the time.
As a kid, Mimi devoured the works of Datuk Lat's Kampung Boy, which became the catalyst for her to pursue visual arts. And apparently, she doesn't really get out much. So when she does travel, she relives the entire experience by producing graphic travelogues.
You know what, Memes? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, the tiger's just begging you for it.
To be Instagrammed. Okay, give me a big roar, guys. Don't be lazy.
It's a good pose. Hold that pose, tiger.
Don't you feel that animals are born models sometimes, both for camera and canvas? To be honest, I really can't recall the last time I went to the zoo, let alone see the animals through doodles. I feel like I'm 10 all over again. To mark the end of our first day, we went back to our hotel and rewarded our sore feet by soaking them in the infinity pool as the sun sets right at the rooftop.
Oh, what a long day.
The longest day.
But so worth it though. We saw so many things.
Yeah.
And the light right now is just perfect with this infinity pool,
Yeah,
the
man.
birds flying home, the
Check
ship
out the
in
skyline. Check out the skyline.
endless. Oh, you know what? It just came to me. I know something that can put us out in 10 seconds flat. Have you tried it? It's like magic.
I want to.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
This spa experience brings you through a path of health, wellness, and pure relaxation. From facials to full body massages, their side-by-side treatment allows you and your friend to enjoy the ultimate mind and body pampering.
This is like the perfect ending to the perfect day. What else can I ask for, right? I mean, this is like the definition of
This wonderful indulgence led us straight to our beds while an exciting journey awaits us the next day. Now you're gonna witness an unseen side of me. Apologies for any trauma caused, guys.
This must be what heaven looks like. I've been waiting all my life. High five! I can't believe I am at Sanrio Hello Kitty Town. It's a dream come true, don't you think so, Mimi? Come on in! Don't you want to hug them? They're so cute!
You know you're not dreaming when you're face to face with your biggest obsession. Sanrio Hello Kitty Town, situated in Johor, is power-packed with everything Hello Kitty.
We are actually in the home of Hello Kitty. Like, she actually lives here. This is her house. I think she's just gone back to Japan for a holiday, vacay or something, but there is a living room which we're in, there's a kitchen, there's a bathroom, Mimi's room, Kitty's room. Oh my god, Mimi, isn't that so exciting? It's the same name as you. And there's a secret closet. Oh my god, we have to go look for the secret closet. Come. Aren't you excited?
I don't see any signs which states no stealing. Can I call someone to help me move this whole house back to KL? I want to bring everything with me.
Evidently, this kitty loves to bathe. Have you seen how big her bathtub is? And then it links to Mimi's room. Mimi is, of course, Hello Kitty's twin sister. It's Mimi sitting next to Mimi. You're back in your childhood home.
Heartfelt.
Oh, so cute. Come. And then it links to her secret closet with all the clothes. Ooh, which one should we wear today? I think this is your color. What do you think?
It brings out my eyes.
Yeah, and your hair, it suits it. And then it comes to Hello Kitty's room. So pretty. So comfortable. Come sit next to me and smile.
Oh, come on, Mimi. Say cheese or say kitty. You know, that spiky hair actually looks good on you.
And here at Sunreal Hello Kitty Town, you get to bring home a memento in the form of a bracelet or a necklace, and you get to choose your own charm. And now we're in Hello Kitty's cookie studio, where everyone gets a Hello Kitty shaped biscuit. The parade, the Hello Kitty parade! Oh, this is so awesome! Isn't this fun? Isn't this awesome?
I really thank Mimi for being such a good sport in sharing my childhood dream the entire time. There's a saying that goes, inside every adult, there's still a child that lingers. And the people behind places like these are like merchants of happiness. They give others the opportunity to dream like children all over again. And that's exactly how I felt here at Sunreal Hello Kitty Town. Korean superstars are the hottest trend at the moment. Every girl wants to copy that picture-perfect K-pop look we see in music videos. So let's transform into your favorite K-pop star. Korean makeup is all about the eyes, so be sure to prep your eyes properly with some eyeshadow primer for longer lasting color. And now your eyes are ready for eyeshadow. Smooth out a light silver color all over your eyelid. Using your fingers actually helps to blend the color easily. Here's a little trick to drawing the perfect cat eye. With an angled eyeliner brush, line your eyes with black eyeshadow to plot the shape of the liner you want. Wing it out at the top and bottom lashes to create an edgy look. Next, use a pointed tip liquid liner and carefully trace the black eyeshadow to create a precise line. A strong and perfect cat eye is the key element to K-pop makeup. Here comes the false lashes. Apply some lash glue on the band and wait a few seconds for the glue to get tacky. Then, carefully place the falsies following your lashes. See how much difference it made? Cover the glue with black eyeshadow or eyeliner to hide the white line when it's dry. Now, pick up a nude or peach pencil liner and draw along your waterline to make your eyes look bigger. Highlight your tear duct area with a light shimmery color to really wake up those eyes. And your eyes are done! Just clean up the fallout under your eyes and conceal those horrifying dark circles to achieve a flawless look. But if you want an easier way to get rid of eye bags, drink lots and lots of water and get more sleep. Then, dust on some translucent powder to set the concealer in place. Alright, let's move on to the cheeks. Brush a bright pink blush all the way to your temples for a natural flushed look. And it's time to shine bright like a diamond. Why did I do that? Now bring out your high points with a shimmery highlighter. And we're almost there. Now apply a shimmery pink lipstick for the sweetest look. Finally, add a cute beauty mark just below your eye for the full bubbly K-pop star effect. If you want to do it, you might as well go all the way, right? And that's it for a complete K-pop look. Now, which star do you think I look like? Hyuna? Girls' Generation? I think I'll go with Wonderzer.
Oh
Next on G-thang.
Just for the sake of getting
I strongly believe in eating breakfast like a king, and so does Casa del Rio. The breakfast here consists of a continental buffet, bakery, and an extensive a la carte selection of contemporary dishes accompanied by freshly squeezed juices, ground coffee, and loose leaf tea.
So has your mindset or, your perspective on life and discipline changed since you became a freelancer?
Tremendously, yes. It's more like you do things because your boss told you, or because, if you don't do it, then you don't meet your KPI, and, This is a creative person's point of view.
Yeah.
I have a bit of an issue with it when your input gets a bit diluted by other people. So when you work on your own, it's totally yours. Whatever you put in, whatever you get back, it's 100% yours.
You get more of a freedom of control in your creativity.
Freedom, at the same time control. But it's a bit of a contradictory, right?
Yes,
but
yes.
It's true.
Yeah, but because drawing has been your passion, your hobby on the side, do you feel like it's a chore sometimes, or it takes from the enjoyment of actually drawing or sketching?
If you're doing something for a living, you have to treat it as work. You still have to follow the brief.
Yep.
And you still have to meet certain deadlines. You still have to meet certain requirements.
Oh, speaking of drawing, guess what I brought down?
Highlight.
Yeah, let's sketch something like right here. I feel very inspired. With a view of the Malacca River, with this beautiful breakfast, this awesome coffee. I'm thinking we should sketch breakfast. So the other guests will know how awesome it is and what to order.
Excellent.
It might be biased, but
Mimi also mentioned that being constantly inspired isn't exactly the easiest thing that comes our way. Sometimes we just gotta push our limits and carve our own ability. So waiting for our scrumptious breakfast to digest, I officially kicked off our second doodle-off. Let's see who's gonna produce the most memorable page in this guest book. I hope I stand a good chance this time.
That's like our very own personalized travel recommendation, travel guide for the next guest who's going to stay in our room.
Breakfast.
That's all you need. But after the balcony and the breakfast, we must go for new adventures. We must fill in more of your blank pages. You have a lot of blank pages, right?
I still do.
Now that we're high on coffee as well, we better go. Ride on it.
When was the last time you made a scrapbook? Well, don't worry. You don't need a lot of pricey or fancy things. All you want is some items that you may already have lying around the house. For starters, decide on the orientation and number of pages for your scrapbook. Mark one side of the mounting board on the spots where you want the binding rings to go. Make sure you do it in a straight line. Next, remove the bottom of the puncher in order to see the markings easily and start punching. Now, mark the rest of the papers following the template on the mounting board and punch away. It's important to be very accurate for this step to make it easier for the binding process. Once you're done with all the punching, start inserting the binding rings. And now you have a basic scrapbook. Then, pick a fabric design that goes with your scrapbook's theme and make a mark where it covers the entire front page. After that, just fold across the markings you made and cut off the excess cloth. Next, place the fabric and open up your scrapbook. Fold the fabric inwards and glue it down. But make sure you don't cover the binding area. Now, experiment with some collage designs to create a 3D effect. There are no rules from here onwards, so just follow your heart. Let your creativity run wild. Here, I'm just adding an extra element to my scrapbook with some extra materials. You'll see why later. I want a pop of color among the neutrals and pastels on my scrapbook now, so I'm sticking some colorful beads on random spots. At this point, you should really start thinking about how you want to label your scrapbook. Come up with a simple yet memorable title. You can also add a few more labels for the highlights of your scrapbook album. I'm using good old colored ice cream sticks for this step. It may look complicated, but with a little time and patience, it's really easy to do. Good luck! Mimi wanted to do one last thing before we leave Malacca. I wasn't really keen at the beginning, but I figured it would be awesome material for our travelogue, so I took one for the team. Apparently, aviation sports helps build you physically and mentally. Plus, you know what they say, friends are supposed to encourage each other to take things to the next level, to soar to greater heights, and that's why Mimi thought it would be a great idea to bring us to try out, what's the sport again?
Microlight flying.
Microlight flying. As you can see, this aircraft doesn't, look very secure. There is no protection in terms of, the cockpit area. It's open. I know taking you to Hello Kitty land was a bit extreme.
So this is my revenge.
Yeah, and now you want to make me experience something extreme that I don't want to experience because I'm afraid of heights.
I don't really want to either, but just for the sake of getting even.
You're evil! You're evil! Zer 1, Mimi 1. Fine. Fine. A microlight aircraft is typically an airplane with the capability of flying in the same way as any other plane. It's simple as that. It is restricted to 2 seats and is able to fly at low speed. But most pilots, or what they like to be called microlighters, are just normal people who enjoy flying and have found that this aircraft is more affordable to own and fly. Luckily for us, these experts provided the chance to a first-hand flying experience. I don't think I've smiled so much during a flight before. Seriously, my jaws are numb. Oh, thank you so much. High five. It was such a great experience. Wow, you know that feeling, everybody has that dream when you're flying. It felt exactly like that, and the view, the wind in your face, talk about getting a fresh perspective. I felt like an eagle. You'll have fun, Memes. Why do you still look so hard and nervous? You'll be fine. You'll love it. Trust me.
Why?
You beg to get up again once you touch down. Seriously. Wait a minute. Wasn't Mimi the one who wanted to come here in the first place? She looks more nervous than I did. Then again, I wouldn't blame her because we were hundreds of feet above the ground with our legs practically just dangling in the air. But rest assured, because there will always be a licensed pilot sitting next to you to maneuver the aircraft and guide you all the way. And once you're up in the air, all your fears will instantly dissolve into the clouds. Trust me.
You takut lah, takut gila. Oh, enjoy lah.
Probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
You didn't want to come down, right?
At some point I did.
Well, at least now we can say we've microlight.
I'm so glad I went for that.
Yeah. No regret. No regret. Everyone brags about discovering your passion and doing what you love, but no one really talks about how life isn't always a bed of roses when what you love becomes what pays the bills. However, when you really start gaining a sense of ownership over the things you've done and strive to achieve better results, that's when passion becomes worthy of pursuing on its own. Work hard, play hard. And this is the precious message I drew from a humble doodler. The end. Next week on G-thang.
Just go whack a whole tub of ice cream by yourself. The new best-selling flavor in Las Vegas.
Who made the first ice cream?
Oh!